This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. So this is about the last boutique pedal that I've really kept hold of. I've got a couple of bits and pieces that are still hanging around. If you've not been watching, I've been selling off a bunch of gear because essentially pedals especially are not things that I play as part of my normal workflow. And so, yeah, there's been different kind of changes to mindset around this sort of stuff. Some of my pedals I was holding on to, like the very last thing was the Vemiram TSV 808 because I thought that one day might be worth a bit more. It wasn't because I felt it was unique or sounded different to anything else. Now, this is an exception because actually I think this is, you know, a pedal that does do some things that are a little bit different to any other pedals that I have. Now, I'm pretty sure that I could get some other things that do more or less this sort of thing, like a J-Rocket Dude or a J-Rocket HRM, that sort of thing. And there are loads of Dumble in a Box pedals, but I do feel like this one stands atop of the pack as being significantly different. If you feel one in your hands, they're very weighty. I think someone did trace the circuit. There's like 400 components in there or something crazy like that. And for that reason, Peter Van Weelden stopped making them because essentially it was just no longer cost effective and they were already expensive, right? So yeah, if you do get a chance to try one of these, I'd recommend it. I think, yeah, for me it's better than any actual amp drive for this sort of thing I've even experienced. So that's saying something, I guess. It's the year 2024 and I'm relatively skeptical about a lot of pedals, but this seems to be the one thing remaining in my collection that I think has a little bit of mystery to it, and I think they should put some science on this and see what's actually going on inside. So bypassed, we've got this kind of thing. With a Les Paul bridge pickup. And we've got a mid boost here. So that kind of does a thing. We've got modes and stuff like that. Which are designed to kind of make it more tweakable. But the thing is that I've just tended to leave it basically where it is. It's roughly because A, Peter Van Weelden is no longer making these. And the other reason is because it's the closest that I've kind of experienced to what I'd want out of a Dumble style drive, and it's better than pretty much any drive channel that I've played on any amp for this specific thing. So for that kind of dumble thing, he's kind of got it in spades. And of course the dumble in a box thing is definitely super common now, but to me this is the one that does stand out of the pack. As well as having a fully tweakable tone stack. Meaning that it's basically, you know, as tweakable if not more. Than an actual drive channel, particularly on the dumble style amplifiers, where essentially your drive channel mostly has like a volume and gain, and your tone stack is actually shared. So this paired with a Fender style clean is actually, to me, a bit more versatile than the dumble clones that I've played. And I never actually managed to get the dumble clones that I've played to the kind of volumes where I think this sort of thing might kind of creep out of the amp as it is. They've both mostly been kind of lower gain or fizzy or all that sort of stuff, whereas this kind of just is. So we can do the screaming thing, like the amount of gain we've got. But in the intro there, I kind of just had it. So yeah, I think a really fantastic pedal at doing that sort of thing has got enough scope within the controls that it basically has way more controllability than most pedals that I've experienced. And yes, it's doing a very specific kind of job, but I can't think of anything that does the job quite as well as this. Let me know in the comments if you can think of one. Maybe the Ethos stuff, now that that's still being made, might be a really close candidate. But I think it was a pretty complicated circuit going on in there. I think about 400 components. That's the reason that Peter has had to discontinue it in the end because it just wasn't really affordable to make anymore. But a little bit of a gem, and probably something I'm going to hang on to for a long time, because I don't have a channel switching amplifier anymore, and if I did, this probably sounds better than the Drive channel on it anyway. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers for stopping by.